my beautiful people. So throughout the span of my life, which is like 16 years plus 11, I have always seen and heard of this product that has pretty much been pushed onto my face, like literally pushed onto my face. And this product is known as Fair and Lovely. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always watched these commercials of Fair and Lovely, and every year it does change. And change meaning it changes the celebrity that endorses it, it changes the type of message that they send, and they have sent a lot of messages throughout these commercials, and that is what I'm here to share with you today. So let me start off by telling you what Fair and Lovely is. It is a fairness cream that is used by many women to make their skin light. Now some of you might be wondering, why do you want to be light? Well, unfortunately in the South Asian community, being light means you basically win in life. Like literally that's what it means. Well, at least that's what I've been learning through these Fair and Lovely commercials. So let me provide you with some examples. So there's two dancers, both equally very talented. One girl's dark and one girl's light. So they're practicing for their dance recital or whatever it is, and the instructor goes to the light-skinned girl and says, oh, you're gonna be the main dancer and you can be the narrator. So the girl looks at her friend and she's like, oh my god, why did that happen to you? You're so talented. And then she goes, oh, well, you know, I'm not as light as you are and people only want to see light people. And then the light-skinned girl hands over Fair and Lovely and she says, well, try this and you're gonna be glowing like the moon. So now the day of the recital is here, and the girl that was dark is now glowing. She's so light. Like she's like the lightest that you've ever seen. The catch is, I don't know how long it has been from like the practice till the recital. Like how many days was it? How many months was it? How many years was it? We don't know that part. But here's the funniest part, right? So the girl's narrating, and because now all of a sudden she's so beautiful, at the end of the girl's dance performance, everyone turns around and claps for the narrator because she's so beautiful. From there, I've learned that talent means nothing as long as you are light. You could even be cleaning the stage and you will be getting the standing ovation. Now the second ad example that we're going to be looking at is about a guy. He's at a temple and he meets some lady that he knows, and then she introduces him to her daughter. And the daughter is not very fair skinned, so he doesn't even he glances at her, he does not look twice at her, he just says, oh hey, sorry, I gotta go now, and he dips. Now, she gets really upset and whatever, and then she finds out about Fair and Lovely. I believe her mother gives it to her. Yes, her mother does give it to her. Her mother says, here, try this cream. It's gonna make you so fair and beautiful. Hence the name Fair and Lovely. So she uses it, again, we don't know for how long, and then she goes back to the temple and he's there again. Like clearly this guy has nothing better to do than to be at the temple, but you know, maybe he's religious or something, that's cool. And he's standing in this line, this really long line. I think it's to get food or whatever it is at the temple. You know, the girl that was walking beside her mom, all like, you know, subtle and nice and whatever, and now she's just walking with so much confidence because she's so light, right? Because when you're light, it means you're beautiful, and beautiful gives you so much confidence. So here she is walking, and then she goes to the end of the line and he sees her, his mind gets blown, and he just runs to the end of the line. So here, ladies and gentlemen, we have learned the very valuable lesson that your time is not so important when there's a light-skinned girl involved. Because earlier he had to go because he had things to do and he was wasting time talking to this girl, but now all of a sudden, since she's light-skinned, hey, don't worry about time, don't worry about things that you have to do, go talk to the light-skinned girl. So far we have learned that talent means nothing and time means nothing. The third one I'm going to tell you is a little disturbing. It kind of pissed me off, to be honest. So there's this daughter and a father who are going in search of some worship place, right? But they accidentally walk into a modeling agency. And the receptionist there goes, you want to be a model? Are you kidding me? Now this girl gets all furious, right? Like, I mean, I would too. Like, yo, who are you to judge me, right? But so this girl gets really furious and she thinks, oh my god, like I gotta prove it to her that I could do this. So she goes off and gets Fair and Lovely. Then she becomes all light and pretty and whatnot, and then she goes back to the modeling agency and being all like, oh, look at me now. Look at me now. And the worst part of this whole commercial is that she then becomes a model. Like, wait a second. Just before this whole incident happened, you were going to look for some worship place because you wanted to do some puja and you want to devote your life to God, and then all of a sudden everything just changes and now you're a model. So that's when Fair and Lovely has taught me that religion goes out the window. When you are fair and lovely, you become completely different. Oh, but hold on, they don't only send amazing messages like this for women, they're also sending really valuable lessons for men as well. Now there's a commercial where a man started using Fair and Lovely, and then another man comes along and says, wow, you must be like homosexual or a transgender to be using cream like that. And that's also just their marketing scheme, right? Because they want to sell their Fair and Handsome cream for men. But what really annoys me is that in the men's commercial for Fair and Handsome, they don't always say things like, oh, you won't get this job if you don't become fair, like the girls. You won't be seen in the spotlight if you are not fair. In the men's commercial, it's always targeted to get rid of your oily skin, get rid of all the dirt in your skin, use our scrubs and use our cream and become light and good looking. The one common thing that they have for both gender creams is that you will attract the opposite sex if you use our cream and become fair. They target these women. They say, oh, you know, you won't become a celebrity, you won't be in the spotlight if you're not using this cream, and not so much for men, because that's what we see in our world of media anyways, or at least the South Asian media, where all the girls, every single girl in the movie is always light skin. Maybe you'll see like 1 or 2 movies where they actually like talk about a darker skinned girl because that's just her role in that movie or whatever, right? But if it's like just a normal commercial film, you will never see a darker skinned girl being the top leading heroine. But on the other hand, a lot of the guys in the movies are dark. What are you trying to teach us? Not be confident in our own skin? To not be comfortable walking around looking the way we do just because somebody else might not find us attractive because you put that kind of image into their heads in the first place? And to make us think that we're not talented enough or we're not skilled enough to do something that we love just because of the way we look? But it doesn't just stop there, right? You also get made fun of because you're darker skin. Like, why? Why do I have to get made fun of and not you for being light? To be honest, I am a victim of that too. I used to use Fair and Lovely and I wanted to get lighter and I was like envious of people that are lighter than me, and I always thought, oh my god, like I'm not pretty because I'm not light. And then after a while, I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why do I have to try to be something that I'm not just because you don't like me? If you don't like the way that I am, that's your problem, not mine. And you know, there's so many people out there that go to a tanning salon to get darker. If they realize the beauty of being dark, why don't you? Now, over many years, there have been lots of campaigns that have been advocating for dark is beauty, and that beauty is really more than skin deep. And recently, there have been some students from the University of Texas who launched a campaign called Unfair and Lovely, which is super cool. A lot of people have been posting pictures of their dark skin, of their natural beauty, and being totally proud of it. So everybody join the movement and just be comfortable with whatever color your skin is. And if you really want to know what Fair and Lovely looks like on your skin, let me show you. Wow, am I beautiful or what? Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, and comment below on your thoughts about what beauty really means to you. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.